Listen to the song of a city, the great theme of a living metropolis, translated into melody as NBC presents Big City Serenade. Saluting our honor city of the day, Florence, Italy, Firenze. Starring Kyle Kimbrough, Joseph Galicchio on the orchestra, and your narrator, Bill Grisky. From Chicago, we bring you Big City Serenade. Well, hello, Kyle. How are you?
Well, if it isn't Bill Grisky. Say, listen, every week new rules or at least new narrators. Not that I'm not glad to see you, Bill. But what gives? I was sort of expecting Dick Noble today.
Well, you see, è successo così. Sono stato in Italia per quasi 10 anni. Veramente sono stato proprio in Firenze, la grande bella città della quale noi salutiamo oggi. Infatti, io fui studente in Firenze all'università. E poi sono ritornato lì durante la guerra come direttore della stazione della radio mobile della Quinta Armata. Allora oggi sono il maestro di cerimonia su questo programma perché loro volevano un annunciatore che conoscesse le bellezze di Firenze, si capisce?
Wow, Dad.
Well, anyway, they asked me to drop in and act as tour conductor, if you'd like me to translate.
No, I got the gist of it. You lived in Florence for 10 years. You went to the University of Florence and actually was with our army in Italy, right?
Well, Kyle, I didn't know you spoke Italian.
Well, actually, I don't, see, but they told me all about it before you came in.
Oh.
So now it's up to you. Where do we go first?
Che piacere. Nothing I like better than taking a tourist around Florence. Well, let's see. As long as Easter's coming up, well, let's talk about Lo Scoppio del Carro.
Well, now, if I'm not getting out of channels, what's that?
Well, I guess you could call it literally bursting of the cart, and it's one of the big spring festivals. On Easter Saturday, they haul a big cart up in front of the Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore, Il Duomo. And it looks like an oversized hearse, by the way.
What, the cart?
Certainly. The cathedral's a little bit bigger, you know.
I see.
It's the second largest in the world. Anyhow, it's in honor of the time when a bunch of crusaders stormed the walls of Jerusalem. And one of these early GIs was a Florentine named Pazzi. So his family started Lo Scoppio del Carro a few centuries ago.
So what happens?
Well, did I tell you that the Valete del Comune, that's the honor guard, is dressed in medieval costume? Well, if not, I'll bring it up now.
All right.
The big moment comes when they get to the Gloria during the High Mass, anyway. And then a little skyrocket, it looks like a dove. It shoots from the altar along a wire and heads out the door for the cart.
Sort of a racing homing pigeon, huh?
Si, davvero. Anyhow, she heads for the cart, sets off the fireworks draped on the wagon, and heads back for the altar. Now, if the dove sets off the fireworks, that means good crops for the season.
And if it doesn't, I suppose somebody's handy with a match. Well, we don't seem to have any rockets looking like Dove's music, but will you settle for an overture about a couple of pickpocketing magpies? See, because we have Rossini's La Gazza Ladra right handy here.
La Gazza Ladra by Rossini, who incidentally is buried in Florence, our big city for today. Now, Kyle, how'd you like to stroll over the Ponte Vecchio?
My Italian is equal to that. The old bridge, right?
That's right.
You bet. It's about the only one the Germans left standing during World War II, isn't it? Huh?
Yes, it's the only one, but they blew up houses at each end, blocking off the bridge. And when Allied soldiers got to Florence, they found the Florentines were already fighting the Germans, and because they were so mad about the bridges.
Well, that's hardly a way to make friends.
And it didn't make friends in Florence, but it sure influenced the Florentines. Anyhow, Ponte Vecchio's still there, lined with goldsmith shops. Time was, you know, when butchers were doing business there, but Il Duca Cosimo I del Medici ordered them off the bridge in 1538, and he put in the goldsmiths.
1538? Mm-hmm. Gosh. El Ponte Vecchio is really Vecchio, isn't it, huh?
Earliest record, 966, and it may be older than that. And over the shops is one of the most thrilling things about Florence, Kyle.
Well, let's not be so mysterious about it. What gives?
Well, this is a passageway. And just to show you how clever those old Florentines were, it was built in 1570 and runs from the Palazzo Pitti to the Palace of the Signoria, cioè Palazzo Vecchio, which is sort of ancient itself because, well, they started building in 1298.
See, I don't understand about this passageway business. What's so romantic about it?
Well, in the first place, it runs for blocks, from Pitti Palace over the bridge, over the Uffizi galleries, and up to the Palazzo Vecchio. The palace was the place Florentine magistrates met in the Sala del Cinquecento. They planned all their skullduggery in the room of the 500, you see, and if they thought any cloak and dagger boys were waiting outside afterward, well, all they had to do was take cover and head for the Palazzo Pitti, where they could lie low for a few days.
Well, what do you know? Just like the sewers of Paris. Only a little cleaner and probably more hush-hush.
Yeah, nice, safe way home, too. And, say, don't you think this is a pretty good spot for you to sing I'll Come Back to You or Vieni Su?
What do I say, CC or something like that?
Sure.
All righty. Vieni su, vieni su, vieni. Anche tu con me. Ti farò vedere la stella. Da vicin con me son bella. Vieni su. Vieni su, il venire ti farà ben. There's an old Italian love song that I'm anxious for you to hear. So cuddle close, my darling, and I'll whisper the words in your ear. Vieni su, vieni su, vieni. Come along through the years with me. Can't you see how I adore you? And how long I've waited for you. Vieni su, vieni su. Won't you say you love me too?
Vieni su, a romantic type song by our romantic type baritone Kyle Kimbrough for Romantic Firenze.
Say, as long as you're so doggone sold on romance, aren't we going to mention the romantic Medici? After all, they built Florence into one of the greatest art centers in the world.
Yeah, you bet, Cal. We're right with them now, in the old Palazzo Vecchio where they lived. In fact, Lorenzo the Magnificent and his brother Giuliano, they hanged a few traitors from the windows there. But, you know, I'm stumped when it comes to the Palazzo Vecchio. There's too much to talk about. For instance, one of the bells in the tower was done by Vincenzo Viviani, and it's been sounding off the time for 600 years.
How do you like that? Mm-hmm. And the palace is stuffed with art treasures right up to the gunnels.
Yeah.
You think we have time to talk about them?
Well, we would if we had a couple of days. Maybe we'd better stick to two of my favorite places, though. The map room, decorated with maps by a 16th century mathematician, and incidentally, the Medici used to hide their secret treasures in the cupboards behind the maps.
Say, I'm beginning to feel as if we ought to be wearing masks and daggers or something.
Oh, Kyle, get them out. And incidentally, you'll feel more like it when I tell you about the study. Listen to this. It has a dandy little idea built in by Cosimo I. He arranged for a sliding panel in the floor. And when the magistrates met, well, he heard all their secrets. And he found out plenty from time to time.
I'll bet. Now, let's see. Cosimo was 14th century, wasn't he, huh? Could we give him some 18th century music, do you think? Huh?
Va bene, Kyle.
Oh, like the Allegro for oboe and orchestra?
Si.
that was Harlan Wells playing Cimarosa's Allegro for oboe and orchestra. And thank you very much, Harlan. Say, I'm beginning to think we're going to need a couple of weeks to see all the Florentine sights, Bill.
Weeks? Listen, I was there for 10 years and still didn't get my fill. And I don't know where to go next or how to get in all the famous Florentines. Amerigo Vespucci, who incidentally came from Paretola, just outside of Florence. Giotto, Michelangelo, Lippi, Leonardo da Vinci, Botticelli.
And Machiavelli, Savonarola, and Galileo.
Say, want to visit Dante's house? Well, it's still there, you know, Kyle. Or the well where he first saw his Beatrice. They've built a bar over it, but you can still draw water to dilute your Chianti. That's another local product, if you're so minded.
Oh, I'm so minded. And we've got to see the cathedral with the Campanile commissioned by the Florentine Republic in 1335. Some of the finest artists had a hand in it. Giotto, Pisano, Della Robbia.
See, they call it Giotto's Tower. But speaking of Della Robbia, here's a must. The Hospital of the Innocents. Now, that's where the famous terracotta Della Robbia babies are. Only this was a different Della Robbia. The first was Luna, and this one was Andrea. While the rest of us look at the Della Robbias, maybe you'll sing a lullaby for the babies, huh? Dorme, dorme.
See the moon in the heavens above, smiling down as I hold you so tight. It's so wonderful being in love, but we really should whisper good night. Dormi, dormi. Sleep, my darling. We will meet again tomorrow night.
Dorme, dorme. Well, thanks, Kyle. Oh, where were we now? Yes, at the Hospital of the Innocents. So now we take a big jump back across the Arno River to another of the Medici palaces, Palazzo Pitti. The famous Filippo Brunelleschi designed it for Signor Luca Pitti about 1440, I believe.
But the Medici latched onto it, huh?
Yeah, in a legal sort of way. Cosimo de' Medici paid 9,000 golden florins for it in 1459, so his wife Eleonora de Toledo could live in it. And poor old Pitti, well, he died before the palace was finished.
And now, more art galleries?
Well, you can walk all day and never see enough, Kyle. just like you can in the Uffizi galleries.
Oh, my feet hurt already.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll report that these palaces are full up with some of the greatest artworks in the world. And then we'll go out and rest in the Bubbly Gardens.
Bubbly Gardens?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a modern song.
Ah, but they're very old gardens. A gentleman named Tribolo designed them for Eleonora de Toledo, Cosimo's wife, the lady for whom the Pitti Palace was purchased. And the gardens are right outside the door.
Well, I'm not going to stroll. I'm just going to sit right here and listen to Joseph Galicchio and the strings play Boccherini's famous minuet.
Fine.
that was Boccherini's Minuet for the Boboli Gardens. Say, wait a minute, didn't the Brownings used to stroll around there?
No, they sure did, Kyle, and hundreds of other famous folks since they were designed in 1550. Say, how about some more sightseeing, huh? Let's go to the Santa Croce,
I imagine that's where I'll walk my feet
Oh,
on.
you certainly will. There are 30 or more chapels, monuments, frescoes by some of the Florentine greats.
And tombs of some of the most fabulous and famous historical personages of Italy. Michelangelo himself, Machiavelli, Galileo. And they say there's a subterranean vault where famous warriors were dressed in their armor and laid on stone seats against the
Oh,
pillars.
basta, tu mi rompi il mio cuore. You're breaking my heart, Kyle. Didn't I tell you it was a romantic town? Now listen, you go ahead and sing You're Breaking My Heart, will you?
You're breaking my heart 'cause you're leaving. You've fallen for somebody new. It isn't too easy believing you'd leave after all we've been through. It's breaking my heart to remember the dreams we depended upon. You're leaving a slow dying ember. I'll miss you, my love, when you're gone. I wish you joy, though teardrops burn. But if someday you should want to return, please hurry back and we'll make a new start. Till then you're breaking my
Very fine, Kyle. Now let's see. Where do we wind up our trip to Florence? Oh, I know. Let's take a drive out along the Viale de Colle.
No, boy, we can rest.
Yeah, by bicycle.
Oh, no.
We'll start at the Boboli Gardens and head for the hills. And, brother, get ready to start drooling.
So what have I been doing for the past half hour?
Oh, you'll go overboard with this. Here are villas so beautiful you'll just want to settle down and never leave Florence.
Say, that's too bad, because we have a date in New Jersey in a few weeks.
Well, we'll keep on going to the hills right now, where there's a wonderful sight of Florence, the best anywhere.
I'm with you, boy.
And as long as we have to leave Florence, well, let's get into the Chianti Hills. That's where the stuff is made, you know, right there in Tuscany. Well,
I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll split a bottle with you, Bill.
Oh, that's fine. Good.
Would you like that?
I'm for that.
And then I'll try to thank you for coming in as our tour conductor today. By golly, it was swell having you.
Piacere mio. Grazie a lei, Kyle. Arrivederci.
Oh.
Adesso ascoltiamo a intermezzo from the Jewels of the Madonna. From the rhythms of one of the great cities, Florence, Italy, Firenze, NBC has built for you this big city serenade. We've presented in this Song of the City, Kyle Kimbrough and Joseph Galicchio with the NBC Orchestra. Each week at this time, NBC salutes a different city in this big city serenade. And now this is Bill Grisky inviting you to join us again in 4 weeks when our musical bow will be toward Newark, New Jersey. Big City Serenade is produced by Ralph Knowles, script by Morgan Perrin. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.